All right, so let's pick up where we left off. I know I kind of gave you guys a really quick introduction to exactly what a scanner was, but let's go a little bit more in depth and name these things appropriately so it's a little bit easier for readability. So let's go ahead and first thing that we didn't do was give this an inline comment. So we're going to say establishment of a scanner variable. So that's just saying, explaining what the next line is going to be doing. I also could have put it at the end here, but doesn't matter. It's just whatever you prefer. There's better use of inline comments, but that's neither here nor there. So let's change the name of the scanner. I just wanted that to be a demonstration for you guys for readability purposes, but we'll call it user input for now, just to make it a little bit easier. And let's go ahead and set up a variable type. So let's say string. String is going to imply that we're expecting a string of characters. It can be any string of characters, and it's usually bound by double quotations. So we'll say string, and we'll say username, and then we'll say equal to double quotes, double quotes. So this is going to say, hey, right now I don't want to establish this as anything. I could put any number of letters or words here, but right now I just want it to be blank, and I want this to be like a non-declared string. This is like establishes it. I could also write string username. These are the exact same things because I'm literally populating, when I say string username, it's literally populating a non or null charactered string. So right now, I guess we'll keep it a little bit more manual, and then, we'll show the alternate if you guys want. So this would be the alternate form. User name variable creation. So there you go. You have username variable creation. And then we're going to go ahead and import now from the user a name. So let's prompt the user by doing so username equals. So we're saying we want to store in this variable that we just created, username, the input from the user. So in this case, we'll say user input dot next line. So what is next line? Next line is saying I want anything that's entered into the prompt to output and store upon hitting the enter key into username. So take user input, wait for enter, the key enter, and store that into username, right? So take in user input and store into username. And then we're also going to go ahead and prompt the user, because right now, if I were to run this, you would literally just see a blank screen and it would just wait for your response. So you would never know that it was waiting for you. So we're going to do sysout and hit control space. What that does is sysout plus, and then hit control plus space. So what that does is it sets out your output to the user. So system.out is letting the compiler know, hey, we're going to be outputting to the command prompt down here. And then println is a line, a new line followed by a return carriage, meaning hits enter upon completion of that. So in this case, we're going to say, please enter your username. So we'll hit save. We'll run this, and it's going to say, please enter your username. And you notice how I didn't hit anything or tell it to go to the next line, but it did because it's println. So it went from here, which it normally would have been expecting me to write, and it wrote it down here. So I'm going to say Chris, hit enter, and you'll notice that accepted it, code terminated. It's here, terminated, it's finished. So if I ever wanted to output that username now and say, okay, hey, just as an FYI, this is the name you entered. Are you okay with that? You can say system.out, the username you entered was, and then I had to put a space there because it's not going to know. Plus, this is meaning concatenate whatever is coming next, and then username. So this is taking this variable here and putting it in here. And now I'm saying, take this string and add it or concatenate it to an existing variable of type string. This doesn't always work if you're doing different types. I can't add a number to a string, but I can add a string to a string to make a longer string. So we go ahead and save that and then hit this run key up here, run testing. It'll say, please enter your username. Oh, wow. Hit Chris, and the username you entered was Chris. So that is outputting a variable, outputting to the system, inputting from the system, and establishing a concatenation between two strings. So we'll go a little bit more into detail on other variable types in the next video, and try to keep these a little simple, fast, and fluid. All right, thank you guys for watching.